Hi there, this is Andrew Adams from Parker Adams Boat Sales. I'm here in Gosport today and I have behind me a beast of a rib. Now this particular rib is a Stingher 9 metre, but in terms of equipment, specifications, gadgets, toys, there could not be many features on this boat than there is. It is absolutely stunning. Now we've sold quite a lot of Stinghers in the last couple of years, and Stinghers have got a really good reputation. They're known as Ital boats in the Med, and then they're rebranded as Stinghers in the UK, and they're a very, very chunky rib. The diameter of the tube is significantly larger than any other rib brands, and they've got a real presence to them. They're very, very wide, chunky ribs. Now this particular boat, as you can see, is powered by twin Suzuki 200 engines. But in terms of the equipment levels that's on this boat, let's just have a very quick run through from the stern forward. It's got underwater lights on it. It's got these large wake style fusion speakers which are all backlit LED. It's got this lovely teak table at the back. It's got a drawer fridge underneath. It's got so many gadgets I'll run through in a minute, including a very, very cool Optimus joystick. Now this is the full joystick control on the Suzuki system. There's a heads in there, there's loads and loads of storage space, and what I'm going to do is give you a good run through, starting at the stern, going through to the front. But this is a beast of a rib. Now this rib, top speed on this is around about 45 knots. I think it's done a little higher than that, but certainly it would effortlessly cruise everywhere at 40 knots. And it does look absolutely monstrous. It's got this black carbon tubes and then all of this synthetic teak on it. So let's step aboard. First thing you notice when you step on board is a very, very stable platform. You've got a U-shaped seating at the back, and there's a ski pole here as well, and then this really nice teak table which can fold in half so you can get round it, or you can open it up, which gives you access there for probably 4 people to sit round. If I lift this up, you've got a sink under here, and then you've also got, the owner had a little gas hob that he put up on there, he's taken that off, but there's an option there. And to be fair, you could possibly even put a ceramic little hob on there or something like that, but there's an option there for cooking if you wanted to do it. I won't lift it up now, but underneath here you've got a really, really large storage space for water sports, toys, anything like that. It's very, very big and chunky there. And then this boat really is dominated by this A-frame. It's a fantastic big T-top on here, this big chunky gauge stainless steel with these fusion speakers all built in. Fusion speakers down here, they're the XS range of speakers, so a really good quality speaker system. And then the design of the seats is quite interesting on here. They're a sort of a part bolster, part seat. So you can lift it up and then slot it into position. You've got twin bolster seats. That's the fridge drawer under there. Or you can just lift this up, pop it down, and now you've got your seating position. I like the fact that the foot pad is angled. That feels really, really natural there. Now everything is all power steering on this boat, and this is this stunning joystick control. Now I've never been on a rib before which has got a joystick control. We're just about to take the rib out, and we're going out into the bay in Portsmouth, and I'm going to be doing drone footage on the boat which will be live alongside this. In fact, I'll overlay it now. So this is the boat powering along outside Portsmouth Harbour, but as I'm talking, I've not actually filmed this yet, so I hope it's good footage. Hopefully it'll be nice. But in terms of the gadgets on this boat, I joked with the owner a moment ago. I said, do you think you could have fitted a bit more electronics on here? There literally isn't a spare space on the dashboard for anything more. But you've got a lovely 12-inch plotter here. There's a Garmin 12-inch and then a 7-inch. But what I've got showing on the 7-inch display is actually an infrared forward-facing sonar. Now, it's incredible, this system, because actually what the owner said is when he's anchored, you can actually see the anchor chain laying on the ground, and as he's pulling the anchor chain up, you can see it moving, which is mind-blowing. So this is a forward scan on the sonar. If I press home button here and go across to vessel and then click on engines, you can see all of your engine data is available here separately from your Suzuki dials as well. So everything is interfaced. You've got a Fusion RA670 system which powers those speakers, and then all the instruction manuals for how to operate the joystick is all here as well. You've got a nice scan strut wireless charging point, so you just pull that together out there and your phone slots in. Raymarine VHF, lots of Carling switches, and of course your control system for your Suzuki. Everything is fly-by-wire, so the steering's fly-by-wire, the Suzuki throttle system, everything is all electronically controlled, and it does look a very, very cool dash full of gadgets and toys. I'd imagine this windscreen here will give quite a good protection. I'll let you know shortly. Sitting here, I think the wind will scoop up above your head, which would be really nice. And it's always interesting to see how solid this A-frame is. On some ribs, I've been on some rib brands, and the A-frame has been quite flimsy, but on this one it looks like it's a really sturdy, really, really well-built A-frame on there. As we go forward, looking at the safety side, you've got handholds here. You've got a window in there. I'll show you what's in there in a moment, what you can look at. The suicide seat is just here with good handles all the way round. And then if I lift this up, it gives you an idea of how deep the V is in here. All the way down there is a toilet. You've got a sink up here, and then those are those two windows which give a little bit of natural light coming into there. And you've even got, look at that, a USB charger down there, so you can charge your phone while you're sitting on the loo. So close that up again. But yeah, useful, good size heads on that. Storage space, I don't think I've been on a rib which has more storage space. Certainly as a 9 metre goes, it's class leading for storage space. You've got these big lockers, just clip that off there. Big lockers in there, that's the ski lockers that goes right the way through to the front. You've also, this area opens up here. I'll just lift that up there. That opens up, twist this, and then lifts up, and you've got a very, very deep storage space just down into there. There's another locker at the front. I quite like the fact you've got the Fusion little remote control up here, so if you're lounging at the front, you can control the tunes. In here, you've got access to the windlass, so it's electric windlass, and chain down there, and there's a hose down there for cleaning as well. And as if that wasn't enough storage space, underneath here, you've also got another, you lift that up, and then you've got all the covers. So this boat comes equipped with a full set of canopies which go all the way around the console. But actually something that a feature on this boat is really cool is there's actually a track up in here, and it means that you can enclose this whole area in here away from the elements. So you can put covers on which make that totally enclosed. If you go out on a day when it starts to rain and the weather really closes in, you can actually enclose that whole area there, which makes this a completely all-weather boat. I think that's really class-leading in terms of a feature. I've not seen that on a T-top before. In terms of the width of the boat, you can see just how beamy this boat is. When you walk around, you've got tons of space, but the width of these tubes, I would say those tubes are almost double the size of other tubes. In terms of what does that mean? Well, when I've been out on Stingers before, they give a very, very safe, secure ride. They're not always the most sporty riding ribs, but what you do get, what you lack in sportiness, you get in a feel of just a really big, chunky rib. So I'm trying to think if there's anything more I haven't shown you. I think that's pretty much everything. All the upholstery is presented in nice condition. 2017 boat. We've got access to shore power as well, so you can plug it in to charge. Powered by those twin Suzuki 200 engines, and this huge, huge level of technology and array of gadgets, switches and everything. So, without further ado, we're going to go out for a play. So we're going to go out into Portsmouth Harbour now, open this boat up, get the drone up and show some footage, and yeah, quite excited about this. It'll be really interesting to see how it handles. I'm especially interested to see how this joystick works. So I've not been on a rib with a joystick before, so that's going to be quite cool to mess around with that. Thanks as always for watching. If you're interested in this boat or any other boats that we've got, please get in touch with us at Parker Adams. Thanks as always. Take care.